This week I want to talk about receiving without earning it. Hey, I'm Eloise Ansell. I'm an intuitive healer based in the UK. Welcome or welcome back. So, you may know, if you've been hanging around in my world for a while, that I have a lovely membership called the Dream Life Sanctuary that helps women kind of in their 40s plus who have maybe spent their whole lives looking after everyone else, finally to start looking at what they want and creating their dream life, what they want for a change. And I absolutely adore it. Everyone in there loves it. And we have a lot of fun. But we are in the middle of doing a deep dive at the moment. And that is when we spend 6 weeks and we go on, I come alive every week for 6 weeks and we deep dive into a topic. And at the moment we're looking at this receiving without earning. And it's been really interesting to kind of uncover what comes up for people. And lots of people have been having ahas and just noticing where they're blocking receiving. Because it can be quite sneaky and subtle how we stop things coming into our lives. So, for example, we've been talking about things like where we say, I'll let myself have that when. It's like I'll let myself have a new dress when I lose weight. I'll let myself sit down and have a cup of tea when I finish cleaning the bathroom. Like, we quite often go for this transactional reality where we feel we can only receive something once we've done something to earn it. So we've been spending 6 weeks deep diving into this topic, looking at loads of examples and discussing where it's showing up for us, and we've still got another 3 weeks to go. It's very cool, but I thought it was worth bringing it up to talk about it because there's so much of how we're programmed is transactional. We only get money when we work for it quite often, and so we have this transactional way of being. And quite often as kids, no offense to our parents, but it's like you can only have dessert when you finish your dinner, or there's always this transaction going on, or bribery, and that sets up patterns. So it's just one of the ways that these patterns get set up, and then they just repeat. They get into our psyche, and we have to do some work before, or do something in order to earn whatever it is that we want. So, no offense to my parents, love them, but I remember, my reward chart at the end of the bed for my bicycle, and I couldn't lift the thing when I finally spent years earning. It was too heavy. But every little thing I did, there was a little mark that went on it, and this took years to get this bike. And I, really worked for it. And, I totally get the energy behind it. But, I worked so hard for those 2 years, and then, no offense, Dad, I just couldn't lift the bike. So I couldn't get to it. It was just like really annoying. So, I was just like, I worked all that hard and I didn't get what I wanted as well. I didn't get a bike that I could actually lift and use. And so, there was like, all that kind of sacrifice, and then I still didn't get what I wanted. And so these little things that seem really insignificant, it's just one example, but these little examples that we have, these stories that we have, set up how we be as adults and what we create in the world. So maybe having talked about this, you may think, oh yeah, hang on, this happened to me, or that happened to me as a kid, or yeah, I'm still doing it now, where I'm only giving myself something, or I'm only allowing myself to receive something once I've done the work, I've put the effort in, I've met some challenge, jumped over some hurdle, gone through some hoop. And we need to learn that we can just receive for being us. Like, we don't need to do anything. We can just receive. So this is one of many topics that we dive into in Dream Life Sanctuary. And if you're a lady and you want to come and hang out with us and join us, you're more than welcome to. You can pay monthly, you can pay annually, you can test the water out and just come and join us for a few months and see if you like it. When you join, you get access to the core training, the Dream Life Sanctuary series, which is healing sessions and insights all around creating and actualizing, not manifesting, our dream life. And then from there, you can jump into the deep dives, you can come and join us on the monthly calls, you can go through the back catalogue of healing sessions, or just pick whichever one floats your boat. And every month we at least come together once, if we're not doing a deep dive, to, you know, look at what's coming up for us, what's going on in our worlds and what we want to create. It's a lot of fun. The group are, you know, just getting closer and closer as we go on. It's a lovely community of ladies, and if you feel like you would love some contribution, come and join us and hang out. If this topic resonates with you, come and join us. You can jump in halfway through the deep dive, and we've still got 3 weeks left. So come and hang out with us and play, because these are great core topics that we need to look at, we need to address, and we need to have awareness of if we're going to start making changes in our lives and get what we want without having to work for it, without having to exhaust ourselves. And actually learning to receive is such a gift. So if that feels like you, come and join us. Anyway, have a great week. Take care. Bye.